Welcome to DellyMaths Concepts. What we're going to be looking at today is significant figures as well. But before we even start, if this is your first time watching this channel, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and drop a comment. And if there's any topic that you think you need help on, please let me know. Just drop it down there and let me know. I'll definitely do a video specifically for you. All right. So we want to look at significant figures. So rule number one, we want to note that all digits are significant except 0, which may or may not be significant. So let us take a look at this first case. We have 5671. And as you could see, all non-zero digits are significant. So in this case, we're looking at 4 sig fig, because all digits are significant. Now, even though there is a decimal point here, the fact still remains that all non-zero digits are significant for number 2. So in this case, we're looking at 4 sig fig as well. Now, for number 3, though, we have to pay attention because the first significant figure can never be a 0. So zeros at the front are what we call leading zeros. They are never significant. So the first significant figure is number 2, second, and third. So we're only looking at 3 significant figures here. Please bear in mind that zeros are never the first. All right. So the first significant figure at number 3 is number 2. All right. Let's take a look at number 4. We're looking at 27,000. But these zeros are at the back. These are called trailing zeros. They're at the back. We are only looking at 2 significant figures here because trailing zeros are not significant. In other words, the zeros that are at the back are not significant, right? They're not significant. So this is the first significant figure, and this is the second significant figure. These zeros at the back are not. Remember, for zeros at the front and zeros at the back are not significant, right? But there's a time when you have like number 5. Here it is that this 0, it is actually between 2 significant figures, number 1 and number 9. So in this case, when zeros are between other significant figures, they become significant. And in this case, we're looking at 4 significant figures at number 5. Now, there are other cases when there is a decimal point. So the deal is, when there's a decimal point, all zeros to the right of the decimal point will be significant. Remember, though, that all digits are always significant. So in this case, this 2 is significant. The 7 is significant. Because of this decimal point, this 0 at the back will become significant. So we have 3 sig fig. Bear in mind that in case number 4, which was this, there was no decimal point in this figure. And that is why we only had 2 significant figures right there, right? Now let's take a look at number 7. At number 7, those 2 zeros, 0.0 here, these zeros at the front, what we call leading zeros, are not significant. Now,
at number 7, leading zeros are never significant. 3 is the first significant figure, then 7, and these 2 zeros are also significant as well.
Remember that when the decimal point is introduced, then zeros that comes after it will be significant. So in this case, we have 4 significant figures. So we have to pay attention to when there is a decimal point and when there is none. Let's take a look at number 8. Number 8 is a typical example of number 4. We have trailing zeros. So in this case, we're only looking at 2 significant figures at number 9. For number 9, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 significant figures. Why? We're looking at 5 significant figures because there is a decimal point that came after the 3. And then we had 4 zeros after the decimal point. Remember, whenever a decimal point is introduced, then all digits after it will be significant, including zeros.